Good day to you. Welcome to my third winter wild camp in 3 weeks. My wife must love me very much to tolerate this. Either that or she can't stand the sight of me. I don't know which one it is. When I was leaving today, I was just about to close the door. She said, "Have a nice time." And on the end of it I heard, "Twat." That's Ditchling Beacon, and I'm going, there's a car park there which is very busy, so everyone sort of like comes out. Who comes out, they go for a walk, they go from there, and so I'm going to head that way, which is east, and just keep going until I find something nice, well, suitable. The weather forecast is hilarious. It's going to be, at the moment, it's about 16-mile-an-hour winds coming from the west, coming from that way straight along the downs, but when I get up there, apparently it's going to be about, it's saying it's going to be about 26 on the top. It's 26 up there in Ditchling Beacon with 40-mile-an-hour gusts, and I've never done anything like that. I've never even had a drop spot of rain yet in the 3 goes, which is amazing in England. Oh, hello. So yeah, 40-mile-an-hour gusts. The wind's going to drop, but so is the temperature. It's going down to around about 0, I think, maybe 1 by the morning. But it's saying that it will be a clear morning, hence why it's so cold. So I want to try and plot up where I get some kind of sunrise. That would be lovely. And I want to be on the top as far as I can. Yeah, again, I've packed half the furniture in the house. I weighed the pack again before I left, and it was 16 kilos, which is a bit much, and I've really got I think I'm going up about 200 metres. It's quite gradual, but it's still going to be a killer. But I'm quite looking forward to it. It's always a challenge, isn't it? It's a challenge. So yeah, but a lot of that is liquid, i.e. beer. I've got 2 cans of Stella and a bottle, actually, which is a silly thing to do when you're trying to save weight, but a bottle of something called Champion Ale, which is like just gorgeous, love it. So if I'm moaning, it's because I'm a drunk. And I've also got 1.5 litres of water and a pint of milk, of course. So yeah, there's at least, oh, hang on. So there's at least a 3 extra kilos there, so I come into, plus the food I bought quite a lot of food on this one. I was a bit hungry in that silly 10-minute video I did round my way. So I bought more this time. I'll use my cooker properly. So I've not been up this way before, so it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. And oh look, that's very English, isn't it? I suppose it would be. It's an English telephone box. Well, that's a pretty little site, look at that. And that queue off, as I sit on that, but I've only been going for 10 minutes. Maybe tomorrow. There's a lovely church, look at that. Gorgeous. That's how old that is. It's at least 1976. Right, so I'm coming quite soon to where I turn off this road and start climbing. So I won't be filming for a little bit. Getting to my stride. But I have a feeling the next time I speak to you, I won't be quite so chipper. So this is the beginning of the hill. I say, it does look a bit like rain, doesn't it? Oh, bird up there, look. Kite. Looks a lot like rain there. And of course the weather forecast didn't say a damn thing about rain. And of course, because the weather forecast didn't say a damn thing about rain, I didn't bring a raincoat. I ain't got a waterproof. Oh God, this has got BBC 1 925 on Monday written all over in it. 999 emergency. This idiot went up a hill without a coat on. And look what happened. That's steep. Which was nice. The people that make this rucksack think Osprey, it's called, think of everything. This here is a pork pie pocket. Just throw that over there. Oh, joker. I'm leaving this a bit late actually. I think there's about an hour of daylight left. I'm not even near the top, let alone finding a site, somewhere to pitch. That's alright. We found dead in here in April. Right, let's go on the road. Well, made it. Found a place. Got the kettle on. But nothing done yet. It was murder trying to get the tent up. Really, really windy, but it was fun in a way. And so this is where we are. That lovely. On a slight slope. That's all right. Now I'm gonna have a cup of coffee and get the tent sorted out. It's good, isn't it? Good evening and welcome to the Savoy Grill. Dinner's on. And what would Sir like this evening? Well, Sir would like pasta and sauce. Okay, then Sir's going to get pasta and sauce with a few cashews stuck in. Look at this book I got, look. I bought this about 20 years ago in a second-hand shop. Nice strides. The Backpacker's Handbook. 50p. It's got everything in here, absolutely everything. It's all about the weather, you name it, it's in here. Stuff that I suppose that you could get off the internet at a flick of a switch. But on the internet, you don't get pictures like that, look. I bet that boy didn't have a lot to do with his parents when he grew up. His face. Oh dear. Apparently they walked 200 miles like that. Didn't even have a tent. Just slept like that. They were hardcore in the 70s. This was published in 1972. It's 50 years old. Brilliant. There's some really good stuff in there. It's all knots and everything. It's a bit windy tonight, but it's not too bad. I've come prepared again. Temperature's dropping a bit, which is why I'm not wearing my Speedos. Oh, hang on, what's this? Been sitting here waiting for this to boil for, oh, what, hour and a half? Oh dear, look at that. Got milk in there because I'm posh. Find something to stir it with. Oh, things I have to do. Where's that got? Oh, there it is. There you go, it's got me spoon. Oh, dad jokes. See my breath. Morning, listeners. It's just gone 7. 7:05, and it's cold. It's about 1 or 0 or something. But it was alright in here. Slept okay, nodded off about 9, and then the usual. Woke up about midnight. Just lay there for about an hour and a half, something like that. That's alright. There's cows in here, not in here, but around here. And there's a hedge immediately behind me, but it's not a big hedge, so they could come round either way, but they haven't yet. But they're literally behind, about 5 yards away. They're big. I don't know what the protocol is with cows. As in, do you call them Your Highness or Your Majesty? Dad jokes at 7:15. So, I think it's time to have a look outside. What do you think? Shall we do that? Shall we? Let's have a look. That's alright, isn't it? Lovely. Look at that. I think got about another, it's at least another half an hour, I think, until the sun actually rises. I'll see if I can get that. I'll get my coat. There we go, all packed up and ready to go. No trace at all, as you can see. I've just finished doing my hair. There is Brighton. And that way is home. Lovely, isn't it? There's actually some warmth in the sun. Second to last day of January and there's warmth in the sun. That's fantastic. Those are the trees that sheltered me last night. It really was windy and I was just down below there, just behind that clump. So I was down the hill a bit and behind those from the wind, so it really saved me. I went for a walk last night and it nearly tore my wig off. It was so windy. So at the end of my third wild camp, what have I learnt? Well, I need poles. If I'm going to do any kind of hiking, walking at all, I'm going to need to get some walking poles. Yep. Given to age, I'm going to need those definitely. A water filter would be good as well, instead of lugging all this up everywhere. There are taps up here, but you certain places, but you can't rely on them. You know, if you get up here, you haven't brought any water, but you've got your water filter, and the tap don't work, you're buggered. You can't do noodles in Stella. We can. Madman. And obviously there's the continuing saga of the weight of the pack. If I got myself a smaller, lightweight one-man tent, I'd probably save a kilo. But when I've got that up, it's just lovely. Especially, obviously, in the winter, you spend a lot of time in it. You need a bit of space. So I'm not gonna out that. And it's a lovely design tent. It's really nice. The sleeping bag weighs 2.2 kilos, and I will get a very much more lightweight one for the summer, which will save me a kilo there. And I suppose there's the $64,000 question. If I bring loads of beer, then obviously the weight's going to go up, but I'm not prepared to sacrifice that. Okay. So on my own head be it. Industrial strength moaning comes with the territory, I'm afraid. Oh, I can't get up this hill, it's too heavy. But no, it's great. That was a great camp. That was a great camp. And that view that you saw lots and lots of footage of. I mean, I just sat there last night and this morning, combined total of like hours of just staring out at it. And it's like, how do you describe it? All your thoughts, all the whirl of thoughts that you normally have in day-to-day life. It's like water going down a plug hole when you sit there. It just swirls away and you're just left in the moment. It's funny, in the background, when you're sitting there, in the background in your mind, it's like you're thinking to yourself, well, I got up here under my own steam, I'm organised and together enough to survive. Okay, it's one night, but it's all about self-sufficiency. You got there under your own steam, you're sitting there, you're warm enough, you've got food on the go, you've got a couple of beers, and it just works. It's just so lovely. But the next, it's probably going to be a while before I do another camp, I think, because I want to do at least a two-nighter. Someone was putting me in touch with Wales. They were saying Wales, and they gave me a map of where to go in South Wales, but obviously it's from where I live, that's like a 3-hour drive. This is half an hour. So the next time I go out, I'm going to try and do a 2-nighter with a lot of walking in. And I said in the very first video, 1 night isn't enough. So I want at least a 2-nighter to extend that feeling, I guess. So it'll probably be here. I'll probably get the train actually, get the train down to Amberley. Go from Amberley, go east towards Upper Beeding, and then possibly, and I'll probably make it about as far as here, probably Ditchling Beacon, probably 14, 15 miles a day. I reckon I could do that, no problem. The weight I got in the pack now, like I said yesterday, is probably down to 12.5, 13 kilos, and this is no problem whatsoever. I could walk like that all day. So, that's it, the end of the third one. And the most enjoyable one, waking up to a proper view instead of the woods. The woods is lovely, but a proper view that you can just stare at and pick things out for hours. Oh, here we go. Hold it. It's fabulous. So yeah, that's the end of the third video. And I'll see you whenever. I might make another one. I'll see if I get any views for this. Yeah, if not. But I'm going to leave you with a little bit of footage of my wife completely ripping the piss out of me. Hello.
Right, so I'm gonna show you my tent in a little bit more detail. So this is the Princess Pink Hearted tent. It comes in this, and it also comes in a castle as well. It's from the Early Learning Centre. It's got good ventilation. Wind and rain might come in, but that's what it's all about. And look, it's got great head height. So this is me sitting down, and this is me standing up. I can stand up, I can do star jumps in it if I want.